So, Annie, how's that weight loss journey going with you? Because I know you've been on them weight loss meds lately, right?
You mean my weight loss druggies? Well, let me see. Semi-glutide, I quit them, right?
She quit them.
And I've been getting a little freaky. I've been getting a little freaky, girl.
She quit the
Oh,
semi-glutides and she got curls.
well, here, I got curves for days. On a for real note, though, I quit them and I take them back when I want to lose a little weight, and then I quit them and I only need them for a month or so. They get in me, I lose what I want, and then I just gain a little weight back in my little, my
Well,
thighs,
hey,
my
if we have to
ass,
put drugs,
just in the right
if
places.
we have to put,
Hey, I got it.
if we have to put drugs in one sentence, you're wanting to put it with semi-glutides, basically.
Yes, but here it is. She got all the right junk in all the right places.
Yeah, get it, girl.
Woo, girl, I love my weight loss stuff. I just don't stay on it. I'm not consistent with it. I take it and I quit, and I take it and I quit.
Well, you're doing big shit. You're doing
Big things. The best way to my heart is food. And with that being said, I have to take semaglutide every now and then.
I mean, what
There's
the
nothing
hell?
wrong with that.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Hey guys, welcome back to the Gossiping Gypsy Sisters. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Annie. We're formerly from this TLC show, Gypsy Sisters. We're here from our very own podcast called the Gossiping Gypsy Sisters.
From the culture to the fashion to our everyday lives, we will be coming to you each week watching our episode for the very first time ever right here with you guys. So be sure to tune in, dive in, let's have some fun.
And if this is your first time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell.
So what's been going on with you, Annie? I mean, let's talk to the viewers about your health problems and what you've been going through lately.
Just my legs been going numb, my toes been going numb, and I thought maybe I had diabetes because it runs in the family, but they came back, I got blood work done. I don't have that. So I'm thinking where I fell down my camper steps months ago, I might have a pinched nerve and it's just not pulling up on my x-ray, so I might have to go get an MRI, but that's more tests to come to figure all that out.
So technically, ever since you went down on your back that day, I remember that like yesterday, like you really haven't felt yourself. You feel like things are progressing within your health since that fall.
Just my leg and my toes been going numb, but it's okay. It ain't stopped me or slowed me down.
What else? What else has been going on? What have you done? What have you done to bust through the pain? Like, is there anything exciting been going on?
Right here, got a new pup.
Love
This little girl right
Coco.
here.
Her name is Coco
This is-
Chanel, number 5.
She's bought for Angel because Angel gets bad anxiety when I go to work. So this is Angel, a baby. This Angel
So
puppy.
you bought Angel a service
I
pet.
bought Angel puppy.
You bought her as an emotional support dog.
Yeah, she's Angel support baby. So, Kayla, do you want to let's talk about our adventurous family beach trip that we planned that went wrong?
You know, Annie, everything from the tip top of that vacation was wrong. Before me and Vinny could even leave together in one piece, we were mad. So I kind of showed up without Vinny. Only because I felt like we needed those couple days to chill out. You do Pigeon Forge, I'll do Ocean City. I'm not worried about him doing anything. He surely isn't worried about me doing anything. But we needed a break. So I didn't know I was going to be coming to Ocean City without Vinny and staying in a hotel with just me and my dog at the Howard Johnson on 12th Street. Not to mention, this is not something we do every year, every other year, or every third year. This was something, it wasn't even my vacation. If you remember, Gus and Vinny and Anthony planned this vacation. I ended up taking it. Vinny ended up staying home. So it was wild from the get-go. I knew right there that things were off. But moving forward, what was your thoughts? Because I mean, I could go on and on and on about this beach.
What was my
Yeah.
thought? Okay, so I woke up the morning of the 4th, left at 6:30, me, Lacey, Nettie, Yui. We come down to the beach. We stayed the first night at y'all's motel. And then no more than we walk out on the boardwalk. Let's tell the people what happened. No more than we walked on the boardwalk.
Would you say we was out there 40, 30, 40 minutes?
20 minutes.
20, okay.
20.
Okay, that's a little bit more realistic. 20 minutes into that walk, imagine you're walking on the beach and you're walking on the end. Basically, we're coming from 12th Street up, moving towards 1st Street. When we get to like 6th Street, which is dead center from our hotel to where the carnival is, we're videoing all the fireworks going off. I mean, boom, boom, pow. It's coming down like Katy Perry, baby, you're a firework. I'm videoing it. And all of a sudden, a stampede of people starts flooding the gates our way towards me, Annie, Yui, Danielle, George. Danielle screaming, "Oh my God, Mom! Oh my God, my kids, my kids!" And I'm going, "The kids?" I forgot that she left them with Nettie. I knew
Lacey and
they
Nettie.
were with Lacey and Nettie, but I didn't know that they were out on the boardwalk while we were on the boardwalk with, we're not knowing
They were down
what's
at the
popping
carnival.
off. Guns, knives, bombs, fireworks malfunctioning, like everything that could go wrong was going around. It was all going wrong that very moment. I kind of ducked, took my family and took them in over in a little hut over here. Yui and Annie, where did you get lost? Where did you and Yui go in that crowd?
Me and him got separated. I flew to the nearest motel down into a thing that I could get to, which the motels are all on the boardwalk. I got to the closest motel, calling my kids as I'm running, telling my kids to get to the closest bathroom because we thought guns was being shot. That's what people were saying. No, and then come to find out there wasn't guns. It was people taking commercial grade fireworks, and you see, nowhere we got on the boardwalk, they threw one in front of us and it blew up in front of our face. Oh shit! What's going on? My kids! Oh my God! Wait, where are they? Where are they?
Well, you know, the lady that me and Danielle and George was walking beside up, the fireworks skimmed past her arm. She seen the man that set the firework off. Yeah, she took off after him, and her husband was saying, babe, stop. He's trying to stop her. But all of a sudden, everything goes up in smoke, and when it does, she lost him. But she was chasing after him. But we didn't waste no time. We just kept going to take shelter. Now I'm trying to find out where the kids are. Janie and Lavada. I finally get a hold of Nettie. She tells me they didn't know anything's going on. They're already at the carnival. I said, look.
Yeah, they were at the
carnival. Lot of shit's going on. I said, get to the bathroom now. Get to the bathroom now. They did. Thank God they all got to the bathroom. This was all over a young punk that wanted to shoot a bottle rocket. Oh,
Kayla, was more than just one.
Yeah, but you do realize why the bottle rocket was sent off. The bottle rocket, they shot that off on the street.
It wasn't a bottle rocket, it was a commercial.
Right. But when they done that, they didn't know, neither would the world know, that the fireworks that they're letting off malfunction. And it looked like the world was ending over here. I ain't gonna lie. That was one of the scariest vacations I've ever took in my life. I've never even been to Ocean City on the 4th. This isn't like nothing traditional for me and my family. This was we booked it 2 months ago. Let's give it a shot for the first time ever. So if I had to give it a rating, I would rate it a 0. I'm never going back there ever again.
Well, to be fair, the rest of the week, you left a couple days early. I waited it out because Gus and Anthony came on the 6th. And when they came down, I had a blast. Me and Yui separated while we were there. And he left 2 days early. Now he's at his mom's. We're still separated. He's over at his mom's. I'm here at the camper. But we separated while we was down there because he was ready to leave vacation early, and I said, "Nope, I paid for it. I'm gonna stay there." And we split. With that being said, I had a freaking blast. We rode a banana boat with Gus and Anthony and the kids and all of us. Me and Laura, Gus, we went out on another boat safari boat adventure thing. Man, I had a blast.
Sounds like you did have a good time, but back to the you and Yoy. He left how many days early?
Well, he left on a Wednesday and our vacation wasn't done till Friday. So yeah, 2 days early.
Why didn't you just come on and go home on Wednesday?
Because my room was paid for and my family was there and they had just got there on the 6th. So I was going to enjoy my
Then you
vacation.
definitely did. Skirt, skirt. Okay, I hear you. You
I did.
enjoyed, hey. They say cry, what is it? Cry is coming tonight, joy coming the morning. You might have cried when he left, but boy, you hit that banana boat the next morning.
I didn't cry. There wasn't no tears in my eyes. I didn't
I
cry.
don't know about that,
No,
Amy.
baby, sister's the tough. I did not cry over that man.
Wow.
Nope.
That man is your husband, but anyway.
Not, but we're separated.
Listen, I don't take y'all with nothing more than a grain of salt. I don't take you and your splitting, I don't take serious. So I guess my question to you would be is, how do you feel about, like, you guys have separated a few times, I get it. But I feel like this is just another one of those times. Really, honest to God, how do you feel?
Does this look like another time? No, me and Yui hasn't been getting along for a long time now.
I don't have my ring on either, but I'm still married and I'm very much so doing just fine.
Yeah, but I'm not. Me and Yui's not been hitting it off for many months now, and it's just come to the time now that we just need to split and go our separate
my
ways.
fingers
That's
swell.
how I feel about it.
My fingers swell, so I have to take my ring off. What if your finger's really swollen and that's why your ring's off? Quit lying.
My finger, you want me to show you? It fits. I just don't want it on there.
Well, mine don't fit, and I can show you it won't go with my knuckle. I'm not paying y'all none of mine.
Maybe you need mine in. You want mine? You can have mine.
No, girl, my fingers swell up at night, and I can't wear a ring anymore. You think you and Yoy will be? Hey.
I won't lie. Kayla, me and Yoy have separated a lot this year already. We have separated a lot this year, and I'm over it now. I truly am over it.
Y'all have separated a lot this year, more than normal. But I still don't take you serious. Done. You'll be. How do you plan on managing life without a man around?
What do you mean? I'm gonna go to work, pay my bills, and live my life. That's what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna live your life. You're gonna pay your bills. INDEPEND. Do you know what that means?
Girl, you know what that means. She got her own house. She got her own car. 2 jobs. She a bad bro, but really only got 1 job.
You gonna need 2, girl. You gonna need 2 jobs.
The God can show me different, but for now, it is what it is, and I'm doing great, and everything's great.
Well, since you're doing great, we've had near-death experience over the 4th of July weekend.
You missed the banana boat ride. It was the funnest part of Ocean.
I missed the banana boat, but guess what happened to me? I come home 4 days early. I gotta
tell you something funny as shit. Go ahead, finish it, because I'm gonna tell you.
I come home 4 days early. I went to the wilderness at the Smokies in Sevierville with my grandkids, and Ellie started taking off in a storm on a run, and I went after her. I had to reach my arm out to save her from falling, and I actually skinned my arm up so bad. You have no idea how bad that hurts. It was either me or her. Of course, I'm going to take the fall. I took the fall, saved her to skin peeling, and I just kind of got like sliced,
If you hear that you're going on a banana boat ride, you're thinking like, what would you
I'm gonna
say
the
that
boat looks like a banana.
right? But you're gonna think that you're in a boat, right? A regular boat
regular
riding
boat.
on the ocean. So I'm sitting there the other day. Shirley Ann booked this whole thing, the banana boat ride, right? She looked over at me. She said, Annie, she said, are you going to change? You got a little white tank top and little stretchies. I said, oh, no, we're just going on a boat. She said, but you're going to get wet. I said, I don't care. It's okay. She said, Annie, she said, you need your bathing suit on. Me not knowing until I got out there. I started panicking. Anthony pulls these pictures up of these boats that's up in the air, but he was being funny at first. But no, it's like this raft thing that's got 2 blow up things on the sides and 6 people on each side sets on them. You hold them like this. You set. You got to put your legs around it. You set. And they do circles and all this in the water to see their goal is to get everybody off the boats. So you're really in the ocean. In the ocean. I got videos of us riding it. The guy took videos, pictures, and after we rode it, and then I got scared. Me and Laura got off of it with Bella, and we got in the boat.
What about if you jump off and jump in the mouth of a shark?
They let us jump off the boat. This is what I'm getting to. They let us jump off the boat, and we got to all jump in the water a couple times, and then we were done.
So you jumped out in the middle of the ocean.
In the middle of the ocean. Kayla, was the funnest time of my life.
Did you wear a life jacket?
Yes, we had to wear a life jacket.
Oh man, sharks been coming close to the water to land. I would have never done that.
Kayla, you don't know fun. But I'm thinking this whole time when I'm going, they're saying banana boat. I'm really thinking, hey, yeah, I'm okay. I got a little tank top on, little shorts. No, Shirley said, Annie, she said, you never rode a boat. Auntie starts showing these pictures. It was crazy. I started panicking because my worst fear is getting hurt in water or dying or anything like that. But it ended up turning into the funnest day ever. The funnest thing we did down there.
No, girl.
Even they said it was the best trip they've ever had. Other than they wasn't there for all the bad stuff.
Yeah, they missed all that on the front half with us there. Except for the new trend that they was doing before y'all left, going around and knocking people in the head, remember?
Brady got hit. He was riding down the boardwalk on Anthony's scooter, and just a random person come up and punched him. He come back telling Laura and them all about it.
Oh my gosh. See, that I'm never going back there again. To wrap that vacation up, the only good time you could have had was the boats. I did enjoy getting to see Anthony and Gus and Laura and Shirley and all my nieces and nephews, my kids, Danielle and George. You know, it felt good seeing my grandkids. It felt good seeing everybody. But after that 4th day, I ain't gonna lie, with all that went on, I was ready to come home. So, you know, I know that it was a really short notice and it was very surprising that Benny did not go with me on the Ocean City trip. But to be honest, I didn't leave him in a town that he wasn't going to have just as much fun. He drove over, done his 4th of July at Pigeon Forge. I done mine in Ocean City. We both know our limits. We was just taking a breather of fresh air. I come home. He was home, and we've been fine ever since. We just need a couple-day break. That was it. The past week, I guess, we have been really agitated with one another, and I didn't know until the minute I pulled out and left it, I was even going to leave without Benny. You know, I didn't know it would go to that, but it did. But needless to say, he enjoyed the port. I enjoyed the port, and we're fine now. That's just how it is.
Yeah. I got you. I know I enjoyed it. Well, maybe not the 4th, but after it.
Well, you know, with all that being said, me and Benny didn't make it on the vacation because we were mad. You and Yui made it on the vacation. I showed up alone and you came home alone. Make that make sense.
Sure.
I did. That's wild.
Shit happens, sister.
Shit does happen. And since shit does happen, we need to go ahead and dive into today's show. And let's talk about what happened on this episode.
Just breathe, Mellie. You can do it.
You can do it.
I've got a banging pot of chili.
Cup number 6.
I think we're gonna win this. 2.
So pretty. Nettie,
What is
what
that?
is
Watch me.
Kayla, it's me.
So today we're discussing season 2, episode 5. A newborn king is born. Woohoo! In this episode, Mellie actually goes in labor. Imagine that. After all those freaking false alarms, she goes in labor. A king is born.
In this episode, Mellie finally has her baby, and Kayla completes her chili cook-off. And Kayla receives a mysterious package from Nettie.
Speaking of Mellie finally having the baby, yes, she actually did go in labor. After the umpteenth millionth time, and she finally had the baby. She had Richie. She
did that with all her pregnancies.
yeah, she had a lot of false alarms, but this was the real deal. When we got the call saying Mellie was in labor, I didn't believe it because it was so many false alarms. But she really was, and man, was I glad that was over. She had him. All the false alarms was done. All her sick and just irritated pregnancy symptoms were over. Finally, maybe we can get a chance to see Mellie again for a little bit before she ends up knocked up again, right? You know, going through this episode and really truly watching Mellie actually give birth, maybe
The
it
sentimental
was
moment.
sentimental moments. It was something that'll last a lifetime for everybody because that was actually real moments, like real lifetime moments. From that to me preparing to a chili cook-off that I thought I should have won, to Nettie sending me, you know, of all things, an apology through a video. I've never received one of those in my life. It did mean something.
Hey, that was a good idea, though.
It was a good idea, especially when you're hot-headed and two people can't get on the phone and talk. I kind of could, but Nettie's a little loud. I take that. But to sit down and send a video, that was very thoughtful, and I was very appreciative of that. This wasn't a very long episode, but a few big things happened. You know, starting with Mellie with having the baby.
I'll say one thing. I'm a big forgiver, and I know you are too.
Well, you know, that's the main thing in this episode, you know, is about for forgiveness. No matter what we go through in life, no matter what paths we take, no one's ever going to be perfect. But you ultimately learn to forgive, forget, and move along. Don't let it hinder your life. Speaking of forgiveness for this episode, for me, one of the biggest apologies I've ever had to look up to and really give my forgiveness wholeheartedly was the fight with me and Nettie. Because I didn't think we would ever have to get to that point. That was a very major one incident in my life. It was the fight with Nettie and I. With you, what would you say? What's something big that's ever happened in your life that you actually had somebody needed to apologize for and that you had to forgive them for, but your heart really felt just a little different about it?
When everybody surrounded me at that fight that night,
I knew you was going to say
Mellie
that
set
because
up,
that's how I feel.
and you had to watch at the time, you had to watch the person that you loved more than life itself stand at a window and beat a window down, telling you to get out, get your head knocked off. That's what that was my biggest thing. So that big fight that night.
Well, Annie, at the end of the day, one good thing about us, and especially as being sisters, you know, we didn't just inherit this, but it comes out strong. You're just as much of a forgiver as I am. And with that being said, at the end of the day, you get to carry more peace than somebody that's not so forgiving that's got to go to bed with a bitter heart.
True.
Sometimes forgiveness is not just for the other person. Forgiveness is for your own might, your own heart, your own reasons.
True.
Forgiveness
agree.
is not hard, but it's a very mature thing to do.
But you can forgive and never have to talk to that person or look at that person again.
True.
There's like I've been there, I've done it, and I know. So You can love somebody you can forgive from a distance. You just don't have to keep being around them or keep tolerating it.
Well, on the backside of forgiveness, I want to talk about Mellie's intense, crazy, wild, obnoxious labor. One that was for real this time.
Oh my god. Oh god, help me.
Mellie, they're going to give you an epidural, okay?
Oh wait, I'm having a contraction. Oh my god, I can't. Ah!
What was going through your mind when you found out Mellie was really in labor? Like active labor.
Kayla, did the hospital better watch out, because everybody in front of her was probably going to be beat to death. She probably threw stuff in their heads. I don't know.
I wonder.
I feel like
Nobody was there for Mellie when she went in labor. So you know what the nurses went through with Mellie going in labor with no family and not learning?
pure hell, live in hell, live in hell.
Actual hell. I didn't really feel that it was right that Nettie wasn't like there and on top of it with Mellie when she had baby. Because Mellie, at the end of the day, she truly looks to Nettie for more things than she even realizes herself. And to have to go in there and do that on her own, that had to be like a wake up call. That had to be some sort of a wake up call for Mellie. When you agree
True.
that no one's there.
But it'll teach her to grow up. Like she got to learn how to do things on her own. Now, when I want to go in labor and delivery by myself and have to learn how to do something alone, no, I don't. But Mellie puts herself in crazy situations and she needs to learn. She needs to grow up.
Well, Mellie called me when she went in labor. And I know why she called me. Because she knew that I would ultimately come there. I would be there
for her. Yep. No matter how bad y'all were fighting, at the end of the day, if she called you, even Nettie, after everything, I'm sure you'd still be there as a cousin, family, and a loving person that you are.
She called me above everybody and told me that she was in labor. But I feel like she got the shitty end of the deal of having to go in labor on her own. I can't imagine delivering a child and the kid's father's not present. That's something I couldn't imagine because I've never had to go through that ever.
No. I don't think she told him she was in labor.
Well, she called me and told me.
Yeah, but I don't think she ever told Robbie.
That's true. So, Mellie going in labor, initially being in labor and being in there for a couple of hours by herself at the, before it was all said and done, everybody did show up for her, her sisters and family showed up for her. The support system was there. Nobody showed up off the rip because she had so many false alarms. I guess no one knew, should we run or should we wait? Should we run? Should we wait? So many false alarms. No one took the real freaking alarm serious. You had 101 false alarms.
I mean, I understand. I guess I understand because I had a couple false alarms with my kids too, but never, ever, ever like Mellie did. That was just crazy. But she did it with every pregnancy.
Honestly, I don't blame Nettie for waiting this labor out before showing up because she was caught on so many other occasions, and I knew that was going to happen. You're going to burn every bridge you got, and then when you're really in labor and you really need somebody here, no one's going to be here. So honestly, I don't blame Nettie for not jumping because it would have been just jumping to another false alarm. But thankfully, she got there. She got the hint. Baby's coming. Let's get through it. Well, I've had 5 kids. My first 4 deliveries were a piece of cake. I didn't even know I was having a child. Any kids. George, my very last one, my very, very last pregnancy.
Oh, girl, you smart up like a blowfish.
I was 200 pounds, and the epidural didn't work. Had I knew labor like I knew labor with George, I don't know if I would have even had a second child. That's how bad my labor with George was. But thankfully, George was my last. That was it. Dunzo. That was enough.
Out of all 5 of mine, Michaela, my firstborn, was 6 pounds, 3 ounces. I had back labor with her and no epidural, and I thought I was going to die. But I had her, she was 6 pounds, 3 ounces. The other 4 kids, I never felt one of them come out. They were perfect, small, itty bitty, 5 pound, 13 pounds, 5 pounds, 11. They were all tiny, and I had no complications with. Well, Lacey, I did have a complication with. My placenta ruptured with her. But even then, I still had no. I didn't get epidurals, is what I'm trying to get at. I pushed them out all naturally, but maybe because they were little is why they didn't hurt.
Well, that's one thing about a lot of us we all have in common. Like most all of our family, I'll say sisters, cousins, aunts, the majority of the family has pretty small babies. I think it's where we're like somewhat small and the babies can't get us so big and they try. And once they get past that 6-7 pound mark, we just physically can't carry them anymore past that point. Because I've never made it to a 9th month ever in my life. I've never made it to
Me
ever.
either. 35 weeks is my furthest I've ever went.
Mixed thing, 36. 36 was the farthest for me out of all 5 pregnancies. Yeah. Well, Mellie finally gives birth to Richard Joe Wetzel's family. He was 6 pounds, 2 ounces. He was just a little bitty old thing, 20 inches long, not even that long. And he's so grown now. He's a full grown boy now. From just a little bitty old
Yeah,
thing
he
up.
has. He's grown up so much.
I noticed in this episode, above all, Tanya was around a lot this episode because Mellie named the baby after Wetzel, which is Tanya's husband. So
Tanya's like a mother figure. I think Tanya's always been
mother
the
figure
mother
of her
figure
of
there.
all of them, I feel like. She sure has.
Yeah.
And
She
Mellie
has.
naming the baby after Richard Wetzel, which is Tanya's husband. Of course, they're going to be around more this episode because she just gave birth to a child that's now named after Tanya's husband. Which they had been waiting for that.
And the baby was with Tanya a lot. Tanya helped raise that baby.
Well, it felt good to see. Honestly, it felt really good in that episode to see Nettie up at the hospital. It was good to see Nettie
being compassionate.
From a compassionate side of things, it did good to see Nettie once. And then now again,
bonding with her sister.
Yeah, like you got to see the soft side of Nettie, which is very rare. So, Mellie having that baby brought the soft side of Nettie out. Surely not to last too long, but it lasted long enough to give a good impression. Because Nettie's got her moments, but she's got a big heart too, and a baby's been born. That's her new nephew.
Yep. True. Well, I think everybody, when a baby's born, is just overjoyed. And especially our family, a lot, normal people that have babies don't really like a lot of people at the hospital, but when our family has a baby, the whole slop and fruit
They
comes
sure
in.
do. But this time, I waited to go see Mellie a day after the baby was born because I wanted to give Nenny and whoever else a chance to go up there, do their thing, see the baby, and let her have her time. But after, that very next day after me getting to see Mellie, I got to see the mom side of Mellie. Mellie even looked slowed down a little bit. Looked like she was going to be a good mother. And although she's already been a mother, but it was funny seeing Mellie with the baby because Mellie hadn't had a baby in a while.
Kayla, that was her first baby.
Richard, was it?
Yes.
I thought Brandy.
Richie was her
Brandy
first.
was it the first?
No, Richie. No.
Oh, I
think
thought
Richie
Brandy
was her
Wine
first
was
baby.
her first.
But the Robbie. No.
You're right. To see Mellie as a first-time mom and to give birth to a little boy, I thought a couple things. You're in trouble with a boy. A boy don't really give you problems, as babies, but the older they get, boys can be a little bit more rough to deal with. So to see her be not only a mom, but a mom to a boy, I'd tip my hat to her because she doesn't know what it's like
Hey,
raising
maybe
boys.
that boy's gonna calm her on down, or it's gonna have her on her tippy toes.
I didn't know when I come up to see Mellie and the baby, I didn't know if I was going to see Minnie because up to this point, Minnie and I still ain't talked. And I took my chances and went with it. I said, hey, if I see her, I see her. If I don't, I don't. But if I do, I do. I'm mature enough to be in the right place and know my place.
Yep.
I'm not going to act a fool in a
And
hospital.
you know how to be an adult about the situation.
Yeah, I knew I'd be an adult if I seen her. Her, I don't know how she would have handled it, but as for me, I could have been the adult in that situation for sure. And I
Casual,
would have
yep.
been, so.
I
Where
got
was you at when Mellie had Richard? Where were you at?
I don't remember.
I know that'd been a long
I
time
have
ago.
no.
I think you were in North
Well, he's
Carolina.
how old now? I don't remember. I swear I don't. That's been too many years ago.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure where you are, but moving forward, I bet you the audience is probably like, they have seen us do a lot of scenes with the cameras, actually, the GoPros in the vehicles. And it's kind of hard to film with the GoPro in the car. I mean, it is, but it's not. I guess we started to, yes, you almost kind of get like, okay, it's there, but it's not there. You train your mind to think it's not there. Your mind's over here, your eyes are on the road, don't look at that. But just to clear it up, for like some of the audience, some of the audience have said to us, how did y'all manage to film with, GoPros in the cars when you're going to and from these places, to and from the hospitals, to and from each other's? It's not that bad. Just act like it's not there. How many?
Yeah, you just look straight, keep
Yeah.
talking. Then you just
Yeah,
talk.
don't let the cameras distract you. Annie, what about when Mellie was calling baby a fat pig, a fat bastard?
Let me get him dressed for you.
There's nothing to him.
He's my fat bastard. What are you talking about?
Don't call him that. He is not. He's a little peanut.
I know it's a figure of speech, but
Yeah, say it's a figure of speech. You really don't mean it.
no, she don't
That's
really.
just how I think we all say crazy things like little babies, whatever comes out of our mouth. Like
Speaking of saying
slangs.
crazy things,
Nothing bad.
Speaking of saying crazy things, and we take our moments. While we were at the beach in Ocean City, a fan walked up to us and said, oh my God, it's really y'all from Gypsy Sisters. I gotta tell you what me and my daughter say now because of y'all. And we were like, what? Me and Danielle starts dying laughing. Do you know what they picked up from us off of Gypsy Sisters?
What?
Or what of that?
What?
Titty balls.
What?
I swear on everything this woman said. Me and my daughter loved it. She said we have a new slang in our house thanks to y'all. And I said, what is it? Titty balls.
Titty balls.
My mouth dropped.
That's funny.
I said I've never said titty
Titty
balls before.
balls.
Like that.
I've
Oh
said
my
it.
God. She said, well, that's a new figure of speech in our house because of you guys.
That's
Annie, I
funny
about
as
that. So talking
shit.
about names and name calling. I didn't even get to tell you that while we was down there. Let's talk about Nettie and Joanne setting up Mellie's baby's room for when he comes home.
I really thought that we was gonna have time to do all this and then still have like a week or so before he came.
Me and Joanne has got to get this room together to make room for little Richie before Mellie gets home tomorrow.
Well, Joanne, they both actually. I got to give it to Nettie and I got to give it to Joanne. They can decorate their asses off. I will give it to them, but that's very thoughtful of them to be looking out for their sister, their new baby nephew. I just think it was very nice of them to help Mellie out.
I think that was very, very nice of her to do that. She'll probably give her one good handout, help her out, and then expect her to think the mom and
Let
take
her
it from
learn
there.
on her own.
Me watching that episode and watching Nettie say that ever since the fight with her and I, that she changed. You know, she's not that person anymore. She's really changed. Seeing that for the first time, maybe it did change her. I don't know. I can't speak for how she really felt, but if it didn't change her, my heart could only hope that it truly did change her, because that was definitely out of character all the way around the board, you know. And I hope that she meant what she said. It felt good seeing her own up to that, if she meant that. I'm not sure.
Well, you imagine. Well, you did. But it wasn't your fault. But having to go fight family, like fighting family, I feel like things will always be different. Like
Well, she said on there,
just
she
always be
kept
different.
saying, she said, I kept trying to reach out to you. I was messaging you. I was reaching out on social media, but I could never get a hold of you. No, you couldn't get a hold of me. I didn't want you to get a hold of me. I didn't want to talk to you. I had to take some time for my heart to process what all we just
To
went
get
through
right.
before I could just, oh, okay, here, let's talk. No, baby, I'm good. I'm good on that. Until I
So
could
cut the stove
mentally,
off, Mylan.
physically, and emotionally come to terms with wanting to talk to Nettie, no, she wasn't going to get a hold of me until I was ready to be reached, you know, or reached at that point.
I can't say I blame you for that because I'd probably be the same way. It takes time to get right and to be able to know.
And Annie, the whole time I
So you ain't got to say anything out of anger.
imagine the whole time I never even knew that Joanna was the one that encouraged Nettie to
Nettie.
make that video and send it to me. So all this time I'm thinking Nettie really put that time and effort into that.
My cousin Joanne she is a very good-hearted person. I love her, and she's my best cousin in the whole wide world.
Well, I could not believe. I could see Joanne being the peacemaker in the back, but I couldn't believe that it took Joanne to encourage her to even do that. Like, why couldn't you do that on your own? But kudos to Joanne, because Joanne was definitely trying to be that peacemaker in the background of all that, and I never even knew it. Annie, can we talk about that blinged out car seat though for Richard, the baby?
Oh
my God, look at that.
Oh, my God. Oh, look at his pinky.
Oh, his hat.
Look at your car seat.
Look at his
leather,
suit, too.
Mellie, look at the flame.
Sandra sent a car seat that is completely out of this world beautiful. I think she did the best job in the world for him.
And Mellie.
Look at this.
Oh, little dick.
He is a rock star.
He really is.
I mean,
I wasn't too crazy about it for being a boy's car seat.
I really
But-
wasn't either. I promise
Didn't it come from Sandra Shelley?
it did, and I can't even begin to imagine what was paid for that car seat. I would have never made a little boy's car seat.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Mellie didn't like it at the time, did she?
I don't think she did either. Wasn't it boxing gloves?
I don't.
It was
remember.
blinged out in a lot of Swarovski crystals. I didn't like it.
Not for
I
a
didn't
boy.
like it for
I
a
mean,
boy.
it was all right.
I thought it was too much. And you know, what about the little dick outfit that she had made for this little baby? It said little dick.
Well, Dick is like a slang for Richard.
Dick is a slang for Richard. So why not just
I've heard a lot of gypsies. No, I'm saying I've heard a lot of gypsies. It's called Richard. I've heard them being like their nickname.
yeah, no,
they call
yeah,
him Dick.
you are right. And until just now, I never thought of it that way. So you're exactly right. Dick is also a
That's
reference to
why.
Richard. So she called him Little Dick, meaning Little Richard. So what looked provocative
Yes.
really meant Little Richard.
It really wasn't provocative. It meant for Richard. Yes.
Well, you know, the craziest thing I've ever blinged out for a boy, the craziest thing I ever blinged out for a boy was Richie's, what's that blazer that he got baptized in when I put the cross on the back and the Swarovski rhinestones. That's the craziest thing I've ever blinged out for a boy, but it matched.
Okay, well, Let's talk about blinging shit out. When are you gonna bling me something out, sister?
Tell me what you want, Annie.
Well, just anything. I just want something blinged out. You used to bling me stuff out. You're not that bling bling sister no
I
more.
still bling things out from time to time. I'm just not as heavy into it because
You're too busy with TikTok.
correct. But aside of me being busy with TikTok, what about when Nettie was getting busy with eggs all over her face in this episode? What about the eggs on the face? Talking about I'd rather bling out than soak down in eggs. How about you?
Well, if it really worked, it'd be different, but it don't.
I've never put eggs
Let
on
me
my
paint
face.
some eggs on my face.
I
Me
use a
either.
lot of hyaluronic acid on my face. That's the only thing I use. Every now and then I do a little Botox. There's nothing else that should be needed. We don't need the eggs on the face. We don't need mayonnaise on the face. If it belongs
I
in
don't
the
like needles
freaking
in my
fridge, leave
face.
it there, okay?
Kayla, while you get Botox, they need to give me something to numb me. I'm scared of needles. I can't do Botox.
Well, honey,
And I'm not putting eggs on my face.
beauty comes with a small price tag, and that's pain. And
Does
for my
it?
beauty routine, personally, I don't do much to myself.
I'll just gonna get old and do it all in the national
I
way
use
because I don't want needles
Pond's
in me.
moisturizing cream on my face to keep my
Go
just to
away.
keep my face moisturized, because you gotta have a daily moisturizer. Hyaluronic acid, that just kind of like fills in and it's like a plumper for your skin. It doesn't make drastic changes, but it makes your face feel it makes you feel like good to the touch to your face. I don't do a whole lot to my face. I don't do much of anything. I just like to be
Right.
busy most of the
Well,
time.
I can't do needles in my face. I don't like the thought of a needle. You know what? This is gonna sound crazy. I'd rather push the baby out than get needles.
Okay.
True.
Well, instead of pushing babies out and getting Botox, I cannot wait to get on this topic. The chili cook-off.
As is always our case at our Cassie Cook-Offs, we have a tequila toast.
Oh, shoot.
Mr. Parker.
Thank you.
I get two of them.
I've never drank tequila before, but I cannot break tradition. So bottoms up. Cheers, girls. Cheers. That is the first time I've ever drank tequila in my life. And I know that I have not been missing out on anything.
You mean the chili cook-off that you didn't even place in? You mean that one? All you got was a pre-pot out of the deal. That's it.
Well, hey, baby, if that count for anything, that was a $400 pot almost. So, hey, that was a win-win situation. I might not have won a chili cook-off, but I got that damn pot. And I used that pot until it couldn't be used no more. Matter of fact, I'm buying me another one just because we're talking about it.
Right? What you cooking me in it?
Chili. I'm gonna have another chili cook-off in my park, and I'm gonna set up front, and I'm gonna do my cook-off out here and see if I can get. Hey, we'll both make chili. Let us have a chili cook-off.
Nah, I don't make chili, so no, I ain't having no chili cook-off
Well, then
with you.
sit down.
All I got to say is your chili couldn't have been too great because it didn't even play, sister.
Well, you know what?
I remember being there. I remember that like
You want to know
yesterday.
why my chili cook-off? You want to know why my chili probably didn't win? Their rules were freaking absurd. Talking about can't have like chunks of meat. It had to be like finely graded, grazed. I like to have big chunks of hamburger in my chili. Sorry. In the chili cook-off, you could have chunks of nothing.
Daylight, just face it. Suck it up, Butterpot. You did not win the chili. You didn't place in it. You didn't win. So, Miss Know-It-All, how does it feel to take a big L?
You know, what about, I didn't only have to take an L, we had to do a tequila kickoff. Something I've never done before in my life. Imagine that. Imagine him telling you, we're going to do a tequila kickoff right here.
I couldn't drink it.
Well, it wasn't all that great. I've never drank tequila before, but I tried to fit in that day.
I don't like. The only shots I could actually take a shot of, and I know this is bad, would be lemon drops or fireball, but not no tequila. I'm not a
I
big
just
drinker.
can't imagine having pureed chili with tequila. Can't even have freaking kidney
No.
beans in the freaking chili.
But some people do put alcohol in their stuff like that to give it flavor and stuff.
Well, if you're putting tequila, what do they want you to do? Get drunk? You can't even have a kidney bean in the damn soup.
It's cooking out, sister. It cooks out.
So did all the puree. Did they make you grind? You got to grind it all up. Annie, what was your thoughts on my chili, being honest?
I mean, it was good, but it still didn't win the competition.
Guess what my secret ingredient was? Guess what my secret?
Love.
My secret ingredient just so happened to be banana pepper juice. I never told her that.
Get away.
Hey, girl, that was
I
my
thought
that
you
was
were
my
allowed to put
secret.
banana peppers in there.
Honey, they wouldn't let me have chunks. It was all pureed, flavorful,
Hey, you
flav
took
of
a
the
loss
day.
for once in your life. A big L for once in your life, Kayla.
I did think I was
Gypsy
going to win.
sister
I did think I
lost.
was.
Loser.
Sorry, I thought
Hey,
I was
put a
going to
big L
win
on
the
your
cold
forehead.
cook-off. I thought I had it. Betty, I thought
Can
it
we
was a
put a
hole
big
in
L on
one.
your
I
forehead?
thought it was a hole in one.
Let me see this. Hurry up. Quick, let me see you put an L up there like
Right there.
this.
Right there.
Kayla, I don't really see you make chili too often.
Well, you know what? I've never been in a competition before, ever in my life, to even know how they go, nor do I ever plan on going in another. No, you know what? Don't play with me.
Wait a minute. I know what to put you in the chili
I
thing,
just
didn't
said
I? I
I've
found
never
it in the
been in one
newspaper.
before. That was the first and only I ever was in. So it's not like I went up in there knowing my shit and all like that. I ain't know
So
nothing.
you're saying you got confidence that you could win a different one?
If the chance ever arouses, I'm there.
That's funny. I gotta go lay
All right.
out and tan my
Well, you know,
buns. I've had
well,
enough laughing
we're
for
getting
today.
to the end of this freaking episode, and it all comes down to I got a package in the motherfucking mail. Ding dong.
Ooh, wonder what that could be.
It was a video from Nettie apologizing about the fight.
Now that the chili cook-off is over and things have cooled down, I am ready to watch Nettie's DVD.
Kayla, it's me. I can't see you and you won't allow me to talk to you, so this is how I've got to do it. I want to let you know, deep down in my heart, I did not ever wanted to fight you. Things got way out of control, and it really makes me feel bad that we had to go there.
Why video? Why not call you?
Because apparently we're not that civil and we don't know how to get on the phone and hash things out. So we just have to take a video and send it through the mail. Hey, I'm not going to trip on it. That was very nice of her to do that. Not anybody would do that. And it takes a woman to own up to their faults and their wrong. And I accepted her apology. And we were fine from there. We went on like nothing ever happened. My heart will always know what happened. But I'll never hold a grudge on that specific time in my life. I let that go. And when I let things go, I truly let it go.
Hey, look, at least she was sympathetic.
She was more than
She
sympathetic. She
apologized.
was actually crying in the video, and I've never seen Minnie
But
crying and apologizing to anyone in my life. She actually cried to me in that video. And it made me tear up because I wasn't where she was, but my heart seen and felt her pain, and I was with her.
No, but you did feel pain yourself, so.
I feel pain no matter what I'm doing. If it's
Hey, you know what? I know how it feels. I can't say that it happened. I just know how it feels for something like that to happen, because it happened to me when we were filming the My Big Fat American Gypsy Sisters. And Mellie set me up, and you have to sit at a window and watch the person that you love more than life itself look at you, telling you to get out and get your head knocked off. And I just know the feeling, and it's something I've never, ever gotten over. So,
well, Annie, you know, overall, what was your thoughts on that whole episode? I don't personally, before you answer that, I don't think
I liked
I
it.
don't think Minnie sent that video to me for a show. I really don't. I really think, man, heart and soul, that that was her way of saying, I'm sorry. She broke it down.
Oh, yeah, because Nettie wouldn't have made that video if she really didn't
No,
mean
she
it.
would have done that.
No.
And to the day, we
No.
don't talk the way we used to, but I don't hold anything against anybody. Would I ever want to jump into
me
another
either.
show with everybody? No, I would not. I just want to love my family from a distance. That's it. I don't want no more Gypsy Sisters.
Drama. I feel like Gypsy Sisters
A
caused
lot of shit.
because some of them, yes, between us all, when it didn't never have to be like that because people want spotlights and this and that.
And they didn't know
it
it
was
didn't
just-
take to put
it
us
just-
down to make their light shine any brighter. They didn't know they didn't need to do all that.
No, you're right.
And if I could go back and do things differently, I don't know that there could have been anything done differently, honestly. I think it was, I held it for the cards I was dealt. I handled it about the best it could be dealt with. How about when the package came, Sheena was there and she was freaking out saying, oh my gosh, this could be a bomb or anthrax in the mail. I couldn't help but die laughing.
Kayla, she's Aunt Dwayne's daughter.
She gets it honest.
Aunt Dwayne always thinks the world's ending. She's always thinks she's dying. Sheena can have her pulled and she'll tell you that she done got some kind of bad sickness and she's died and she's rushing to the hospital or doctor. I love her.
You ain't lying. She is comical. Through such a sad time in our life, that sad moment came with a good ending and a comedian in the background talking about anthrax and a bomb. But yet it was ultimately an
funny.
apology, a heartfelt apology, not knowing if it come from anthrax, though.
That was
I
funny.
rate
That
that
was funny.
episode, all in all, I rate it an 8. Because
I say a 9.
we come from one extreme right straight on through to the next. Everybody made up. Mellie become a mother. I done my first cook-off ever. Nettie apologized to me.
It was a really good episode. And I'm going to say I rated it a 10 because there wasn't no drama like that.
No,
going on
that
in
was
it. I rated
definitely
it a
one
10.
of the better ones. It was. All right, guys. Everyone be sure to come back next time for season 2, episode 6. A family that plays together is a family that stays together. When Nettie and I had everything out and we planned a road trip.
As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell, and send all your burning questions in.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.